Welcome to True Culture on Human Nature TV, where we stay true to all cultures, especially our own. Thanks for tuning in to the Tap In. You are now vibing with your host who loves you the most. I am Waddy. Joining us today, we have DC hip hop curator, master MC, multi talented artist, brothers and sisters. Let's give a warm True Culture welcome to DC's own Uptown XO. It's so good to
Yeah,
have you here today with us, man.
appreciate you. I'm honored to be here.
I'm just glad you had a little time for us today, brother. It's a beautiful thing. Now, not only are you the son of two talented musicians who
Yeah,
played in the historic, iconic Howard University band, but you're also the grandson of one of the first go-go managers in DC, man.
yeah,
So music runs deep through your veins, bro. Like, what's your
definitely.
first memory of being inspired or, let's say, impacted by music?
My first memory, dang, it's like I can't even remember. Like that's how I can't remember even the first one. That's how much I've been involved in the music scene. You know what I'm saying? But it was mostly like uh, babysitting. You know what I'm saying? Being babysitted by my mother's friends,
Mm-hmm.
and they I just be with them or listening to whatever they was listening to. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then with my mother listening to what she listening to, listening to what the band is rehearsing, while I'm waiting for practice to be over so we can go home, basically. You know what I'm saying? I
But
just be
how
soaking up all
that
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 game.
seems like such a cool position to be in as a kid. You know what I'm
Shit.
saying? Like, man, I wish
Right.
my father played drums for Gil Scott Hearn, and but I mean, your mother plays in the band. I mean, you're connected also to David Ruffin, I believe, as well.
Yeah.
So you got some
Yeah.
Motown roots up connections as well, brother. Like, come
All
on,
that.
give us some more than that. I know that had to be cool as hell as a kid growing up with all that talent and I mean, that's just so much creation around you, man.
Yeah, yeah. Over the years, though, because when you born into it, you don't really realize the significance to even appreciate it. But over the years, the more I learn about my family, the more I just embrace the history. You know what I'm saying? Like me, me and my pops. Him being a traveling musician, he wasn't around, so we had that typical uh,
Right.
father-son relationship. Father not around, son frustrated at that. So we had that type of relationship. But even me learning about what he did, it just made me appreciate him. You know what I'm saying? Still, you know what I'm saying? And
Right.
be understanding of just who he was. If none of that happened, I wouldn't be who I was. You know what I'm saying? So everything just be like a puzzle piece.
I
Can't be
dig
mad
it.
with the puzzle pieces sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
I dig that. I totally follow you on that, brother. It's like in the moment you don't realize, the depths
Right.
of what you're living in, man. How much it means until later on, man. But I understand the other side to that too. Like, just being a black kid growing up in DC and Maryland without a father, with a father, but
Yeah.
your father ain't around as much. So
Right.
yeah, it's a whole nother side to it, man.
Definitely. You know what I'm saying? And I just appreciate just all that, the good and the bad. You know what I'm saying? It's to be appreciated, you know?
I dig that, man. Now I absolutely love what you did with Pimp Harder too, brother. Like
Okay.
that
Okay.
junk, that junk absolutely goes. And I mean, going back to thinking about Monumental and Monumental 2, and just thinking about all your albums, you have your catalog is full of bangers. You know what I'm saying? You're a thoroughly seasoned MC. What made you decide to do a part 2 to that particular song? You know what I mean? Especially with you bringing out that line in it, Pimpin' could have made a new bird to bring Jesus back. Pimpin', like, what brought
Yeah,
that
yeah,
out of
yeah.
you, brother? And what made you emphasize that line, man?
It's because the culture, the corporations be trying to like pimp the culture. You know what I'm saying? And if we had control over our own culture, we could manifest like greatness, like you know what I'm saying? The greatness, like the Jesus magnitude, you know what I'm saying, or that level, you know what I'm saying, to that height, you know what I'm saying, metaphorically speaking. That's what I was trying to like get it to. Like, if the culture we have control over, and we have control over how we want to be perceived worldwide, if we don't put ourselves in positions like the reality TV situation. Nick Cannon, he getting banned from Viacom for saying things, this, that, and the third, and
Just for
just,
speaking truth, man. That's so sad,
right,
man. Just for saying the truth, man.
right. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta have more ownership out here. You know what I'm saying? To really combat that. You know what I'm saying? For the corporations, if they ain't have control over us, you know what I'm saying, then we'd be good. You know, so Pimp Harder is like, we gotta pimp ourselves up. You know what I'm saying? If we gonna pimp anybody, let's pimp ourselves and bet on ourselves. If we gonna bet, let's bet on ourselves. If we gonna buy, let's buy with ourselves. If we gonna break bread, let's break bread with each other, versus the corporations who oppress us. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to unconsciously empower them by trying to feel as though we are part of, or we need to be a part of something that we ain't even from. You know what I'm saying? That's
Right.
really being a part of that thing. It's gonna take us further away from who we truly are. You know what I'm saying?
I dig that. I mean, it's absolutely true, man. I mean, shoot, black people spend over like what $1.3 trillion annually in America. Yet we only make up 15% of the population, but we spend hella money. And if you look at the average income and spending habits of black households in America, man, it's obvious that black dollars drive the U.S. economy. But the corporations, they get wealthy off of us, but they don't reinvest in us, brother. They don't support us in any way. You know, it's all about take. It's no reciprocity involved at all when during this exchange. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely I'm with you on that, man. Like, matter of fact, the corporations, they pay lobbyists 6 figures and up, brother, just to come down here to our city, to DC, and lobby against things that will benefit us, right? You know what I'm saying? They lobby for things that will benefit them. So I'm with you, man. Matter of fact, I want to ask you, like, just the few statistics I just thrown out there and the things that you know about what's going on in the country, not only right now, but man, you've been educated on these facts. Your whole career you've been spitting knowledge and love, man, and giving that to the community through your music, man. So are these facts the reason or what has inspired you to use your music to educate our community on things like, cultural appropriation, gentrification, and I mean just corporate capitalism in America?
You said what's influenced me to do it?
Yeah, these things, like the statistics on the matter, man. Like, are those
Definitely.
things that have inspired you to do what you do with your music and educate the community?
Yeah, definitely. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that the black dollar, like you said, will be 15% of the population, and then, but our 15% is holding up. I guess that 1%. You know what I'm saying?
Real talk. Yeah.
And then it's like you get into bigger percentages when it's like, all right, that's just black people. But if you talk about poor people, period.
True. We get even deeper than that. Yeah. If you look at Latinos, Hispanics, and yeah, you're right.
Then it's like, it's a blend when you get right there. There's people out here that's black and Spanish. And there's people out here that's black and white. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, this is a poor versus rich type thing. You know what I'm saying? Then it's like, if you're poor, more than likely you're gonna be of color. If you're rich, more than likely you're gonna be white. That's what that is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Based on how shit going on right now.
Yeah, I think they said the average black family, man, it's like like over 200 years. The average black family would need like over 200 years to build the wealth of the average white family today. Over 200 years, that's ridiculous. So your movement is something I feel like I absolutely love it, and I definitely stand behind what you stand for, man, because it's needed in our community. We have to go back to investing in ourselves. You know, like we did back in, Black Broadway. You know what I'm saying? You street scene, and you were a part of that scene. You street music scene coming up, man. Tell us a little bit about, back in them pure night days, man. Bar none. I love how when you came and had your show, man, you that $5 special bag. Come on, tell us about the
Yeah,
experiences down there on you street scene and how you cultivated that, helped to cultivate that.
I seen how people was capitalizing off the hunger of stars and artists at some point when the city was getting real hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like while they was doing this thing, started being more rappers, more rappers, more rappers. So then there'd be open mics, different open mics in the city, but then it'd start being big turnouts. So then people was paying to get in. Then people they started charging per song. So you can go out one night and spend $150 just to perform 3 songs, basically. You know what I'm saying? It was getting like that.
They was charging to get in the show and paying them, charging them to perform too.
Right. So that's how, yeah. That's how bad, like, I guess the spirit of the city wanted to be acknowledged. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like somebody came in and took advantage of that. So me being a promoter, working like throwing parties and stuff at K Street Lounge, Love Park, we was Lotus, we was everywhere with Tupac D, Dominic Moxie. Somebody gave me an opportunity, saying as though they seen me on the ground promoting, you know what I'm saying, and throwing parties and stuff like that. So Bar None, which I was performing at a lot, that joint was like shut down or getting bought out by somebody. So when it got taken over, it got taken over by somebody that I already was running across with in the streets promoting. So he was like, man, look, I'm gonna give you the night here because I already seen you up in here performing, like when it was like when they was transitioning out, you know what I'm saying, of ownership, basically the other owners showing new ownership how things work. In that process, he's seeing the Bar None, people coming through, performing, and he recognized me from the street scene going there and performing. Like, I didn't know you do music.
Oh, so he recognized you from the promotion team.
Right.
Okay.
So he came to me like, look, I want you to keep that going. That open mic that they had every Monday, I want you to keep it going. Since you was already going to that open mic and nigga, you throw parties, my nigga.
That makes sense.
And I'm young as shit though. Like I'm like 21. Or like, I was like 21, 22.
Wow.
So
time has flown, man. That was actually during the time I first met you at Pure.
Yeah.
That was like back in the day, man,
2009. 2009. That was the kickoff. Crazy. 2008, 2009.
Yeah, you've been doing this for a long time. And the thing that the best part of you is that I won't say it's the best part of you, but I will say it's one of the best parts of you, is that you use your music to not only preserve it, but to acknowledge it first and foremost, right? But also to preserve the culture that you not only grew up in, but you helped curate, man. And I feel like everybody should feel that way about where they come from. Yeah. And the people they grew up with, man, and the music and the feels that they felt and what they created when they grew up. You know what I'm saying? We got to preserve that culture, man. Because like I tell everybody, DC, I mean, you know this, DC is rich in African-American culture, man. We created all this. So it's important that we do that.
Definitely. And I wanted to dedicate my music to that type of feel. Because I seen that Jay-Z, Nas did that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And mention their hoods and mention their streets and stuff like that, and talk about certain times, things that was going on. I wanted to do that for the city.
Yeah, I'm proud of that when I see you. It's like I love watching your videos and listening to your music, because I don't care where I go to, man. I can be on the island somewhere. If I listen to your tape, man, I'm right back in DC.
Oh man.
You know what I mean? Like it's got the whole city feel. That's what one of my favorite songs, City Feels, man. It's real. You preserve all that emotion and everything in your music, man. And I can't say it enough, man. It's super important, because I mean, the city we grew up in right now, let's be real, like, is I mean, I don't want to say it's gone because I don't want to say it's gone. But
Yeah.
the city as we know it is most of it is gone at this point. So we like trying to hold on to what we can hold on to and then hopefully rebuild what we can rebuild, man. And you are a huge contributor when it comes to that.
Yeah, and that's a blessing to be that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to just be an example. You know what I'm saying? And we got so much talent in the city. It's like they ain't even seen nothing yet. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be a part of that wave too. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I
That's the
think you're
new
gonna be a
wave.
leader. You the leader of that wave.
Definitely.
You know, to me, it's no reason why, I thought after Wale made it out the city, like you was gonna be the next one to blow up mainstream. But now it's like I don't want you to blow up mainstream. I just want you to do what you're doing. And I feel like that's why it didn't happen like that. Because it
Yeah.
was meant for you to blow up
Yeah.
you. And for you, not saying for you to blow up you, because the city definitely has to support you and be the catalyst for that. But for you to do it independently is my point, man. And you started out independent, got signed. Now you back independent. Tell us a little bit about that experience and that transition, back and forth from being independent and now you right back independent, man.
I mean, it was just dope, I was with a couple labels, Studio 43, and then I was with Mellow Music Group. Both situations was dope. It made things a lot easier. But the independent is like just running your own business operations, you know what I'm saying? So it's like all of the management, all of the inventory or the product, you know what I'm saying, as far as what merchandise, shows, booking, you know what I'm saying? Like I was doing a lot of that on my own.
Yeah.
And paying out PRs to blast certain stuff out, getting on certain blogs, paying for the videos, paying traveling to get to certain shows. Some shows not even paying, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I bring the whole crew out though still. Just so we can get the experience, you know what I'm saying? So I done been through so much, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I love it, you know what I mean? It wouldn't change nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, had memorable times, met legends, everybody I looked up to in the game. Damn near I met them. Damn near everybody, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
you have.
I met them all for the music shit, you know what I'm saying? And shared the stage with legends, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
my thirst was just like quenched for that, you know what I'm saying? The mainstream ain't really ready for my music anyway, you know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. They ain't really ready for that pill.
The best artists are indie anyway, so I'm glad that you're
Yeah, I'm
still
cool underground
independent, man. You came back with
for
us,
the
man.
culture.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I got another project dropping. Shout out to Drew Dave. Everybody that's watching it, go to cultureovercorporate.com right now and get that album. If you ain't got it, and I'm gonna have the new album dropping September 9th with Kev Brown, produced by Kev Brown. So that's gonna be dope. You know what I'm saying?
man, you got a legend on that joint, Kev Brown, man. Shout out Kev Brown.
Yep,
Tell us
shout
about
out to
working
everybody.
with Kev, man, and experience. And Drew Dave, I ain't gonna lie, bro. He put his foot in culture over corporate, man. That joint.
Definitely.
Like I have not heard a bad production by Drew Dave, man. No
Yeah,
cap.
he's sick.
And y'all together, you two together, that was just beautiful, man. How is
Yeah.
the recording process, the production process of Culture Over Corporate 2 band, man, working with Kev Brown and all that?
We did it. We did the whole project in like 2 days. It's like a 5-song EP with like some skits in between. And that project was dope, when they banged it out. And I knew that would be good for the culture, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's what the whole culture of corporate thing was about. Because if I would have got on and got signed to like one of the corporate institutions, musical label, whatever, who do what, you know what I'm saying? Like I probably without having the mentality that I have, the culture of corporate mentality, if I was having that, I probably would have looked for the Beethovens and you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Been the DC artists to get over the what producers? Swiss Beats with somebody, you know what I'm saying? Or Young Chop, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's like, no, let's stick to our sound. That's the culture over corporate mentality. So
Yeah.
if I do go outside of my regular production, AB, I'm gonna go with Drew Dave. I'm gonna go with Cat Brown. I'm gonna go with my man Odyssey. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and keep the sound of the city going. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Got to stay with the home team. Plus, their sounds are amazing, man. They got something. They got a little something for everybody.
definitely.
Shit, you talking about Pharrell shit? That little that Elu style, man. I swore that was the Pharrell joint. I'm like, nah, that's AB. You play that joint. I think that was Elu style. I think that was
Yeah,
Elu. I'm bad with titles,
yeah.
man. I be knowing my songs. I know what I love, but I be forget titles sometimes. But I think that was Elu style.
I co-produced that record with AB. Like,
I
he
like that
pressed the
style.
button, but everything was like my idea. I was like, yo, make a record like this. We're gonna do it like this, things like that. Boom, boom. We're gonna
Wow.
have this girl that did the artwork, the cover of the album. She was there. I was like, yo, we're gonna get her on the chorus. We'll be WAP. Like, Mikey was there. You know what I'm saying? And we made
Wow. So
like a
you
pop
had some
ballad
hands
type
in
record.
that too, huh?
And that was the Edu, the Edu sound, like me writing songs. Like, I could be a writer. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to let people know, like, I can, make albums like Culture Over Corporate, but then make an Edu type of joint where as though it's like, okay, I don't have to do these songs. I can sell some of those songs to other people where they can try like pop on. That's the style I did those in. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
To let people know I'm a writer. So Edu style, that was like that junk. You see, I came in on the first verse. Like, I don't, that ain't the XO everybody usually know. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, yeah, you gave him the other side, man.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's something that I'm trying to do. Get in the industry, get to writing, get to creating records. You know what I'm saying? And to
Yeah.
be that go-to guy for the records. Once I'm that go-to guy, I'm gonna be the go-to guy for the people in the city. You know what I'm saying? We gonna break bread.
Well, shit, you definitely got it, man. Like, I think you already there with it, man. You a master MC in my book. Cause
That was
you got the
appreciated.
flavor, you charismatic, you got the lyrics, you're entertaining, but you spitting knowledge too. You know what I mean? It's not too many people who can do that.
Yeah, yeah.
You're not no rapper. Not to downplay rappers, shout out to all rappers
Yeah.
out there. But that's just another, in my opinion, it's a whole nother category. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know. And I feel like culture over corporate, man, is just such a revolutionary statement. You know. Uh
Yeah.
what would you like our community to take from culture over corporate? And what changes do you feel our community has to make in order to make culture over corporate like a mindset, a way of life, you know?
Yeah, that's exactly what I want them to do. I want them to take on the cultural corporate mentality. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason really why I did the album. So we can just have discussions like this to promote the mentality. You know what I'm saying? Remember I said I was promoting parties. Now I'm promoting the mentality. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
And people, I was promoting parties and making people come to one building. Now I'm promoting, I can promote understanding, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And promote my music,
I definitely dig
which
that.
make people understand and come together, not just come to the party, but we gonna come together. That's something to celebrate about for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? So I'm promoting the mentality to that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I love it,
Yeah.
man. I love it. It's definitely a mindset that we all need to have,
Yeah.
because when it boils
Man.
down, man, we all in this together, and then
Right.
if we win and lose together, for real. And that's why America's in the state it's in right now, because you could be on whatever side of the birds you want to be on, Republican, Democrat. You can be, we can be middle class, whatever it is, lower class, black, white. We all losing right now because the country is this, and the state it's in is, how can anybody win? 1%ers can't even win right now because they don't even get rich if we don't exist. We make them rich. So, even though it looks like they're winning, if they keep doing what they're doing and keep going the way they're going, they'll eventually lose. They can't live, they can't benefit and thrive forever the way they living. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause the
And
people
through
gonna
this,
definitely rise up.
and through this waiting game, like I said, the rich can survive through it. The poor people on the bottom, there's gonna be a lot of poor people that can't survive through while this whole phase, this COVID-19 Woody Wop thing phases out.
Yeah.
Unemployment, no job, ain't no venues, can't nobody perform right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, them rich folk that's making $1 billion, Bill Gates, you know what I'm saying? Like, they good. You know, like you
Yeah.
said, the people, we got them work 200 years, they catch up to the average family. Them families is good, you know what I'm saying? So we set back. They trying to set us way more back, you know what I'm saying? Before this, with whatever's going on, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? If it's on purpose or if it's accident, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever, but whatever it is, we'll get through it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we'll get through it. The people, it's definitely separating. I hate to say separating the weak from the strong, but it is, man. And it's like you said, it's sad to say, but a lot of people ain't gonna make it through this.
Yeah,
But the people who do make it through this are definitely chosen, man. And we gotta band together so this won't happen to us again. That's the major point. That's the major I think lesson that we all need to take from this is that we have to band together. We're not gonna get anywhere in this country if we don't put our all the BS aside, man. All the things we're trying to impose on one another in the country. You know, whatever you believe in, whatever you like to dance to, whoever you love, you know, all those things. Those are things that make us great. You know, we're
yeah,
different. We're all different, but we're all the same. That's what's so beautiful about life, man, and creation. But we got to start respecting each other as human beings, man, and fighting for the good fight. You dig?
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And we have to fuel the good, which is why everybody needs to listen to culture over corporate,
Yeah,
because
definitely,
that is a good project. And fueling that project will be fueling Uptown XO. And guess what Uptown XO is fueling? The community.
definitely. You know what I'm saying? I got
Yeah.
on other brands. I'm putting the money back. So when you see me implementing the culture over corporate mentality every time you see me, because I'm gonna have on somebody brand
Yeah.
within the
Shout out
city.
to the museum.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Popular. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
And it look
So
good. It's quality material, nice
right. You know what I'm
designs,
saying?
man, swagged out. You know, it's black owned. We
Right.
all
That's
need to get rid
exactly
of all
right.
these labels, all these mainstream labels, and put a put a
Right.
put a black owned business in the place of that, man.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And that's the mentality that's gonna empower us. You know what I'm saying? And then when we empower each other, we'll be able to do more for ourselves. But as long as we are dependent, you know what I'm saying? And asking people for this, that, and the third, and we're gonna be fucked up for a minute.
Real
Yeah.
talk. Now, when is corporate over corporate 2? When are you releasing that?
September 9th.
September 9th.
Yeah, 9/9/20. I
Mm,
dropped the first joint 1/1/20. I dropped the next joint 9/9/20. You know what I'm saying?
I dig that, man. You hitting them over the head. This shit. This how they do with propaganda. Shoot. I'm with the Culture Over Corporate 3. Release that before the end of the year, man. Give them 3 corporate Culture Over Corporates, man. Hit them with all the knowledge in 1 year, man. That'd be dope.
I may do that. It's already done. I
Man,
may do that.
I
You know what I'm
like
saying?
that. I like that, man.
Yeah.
Yes, I can't wait, man. I can't wait to hit corporate over culture over corporate 2. So I
Yeah.
know that 3 gonna definitely be the one. 3 is my favorite number, so I can't wait for that one too, man. Now,
No
when
doubt.
people ask you one day, what were you doing during the pandemic of 2020? What will you say?
Making music, man, recording, um, making money, having fun. You know what I'm saying?
Dig that.
Learning more.
Rising above all this madness, that's for sure.
Definitely. I was down there protesting for a little bit. I performed at one of the protests, you know.
Shit, you've been making protest music for years, though. I feel.
Yeah,
I love how you
definitely.
do it too. Like the way you do it, it's like it's real nice and easy. You know what I'm saying? You hit them in the head too hard with it. You make them
Yeah,
groove,
yeah,
kind of like, like I had Priest and Nomad here last week, and same thing with
yeah.
his music, man. Just like them subtle subliminals, but it's like powerful subliminals, not the subliminals that's going
Right,
to tear your mind down and make you go out here hate yourself and hate your community and do destructive things. You know what I mean?
right.
Yeah, you've recorded so much music, man. You work with amazing artists and producers. When you look back, when you yourself look back over
Mm-hmm.
your discography, right? What is an observation that you make about your own individual artistic growth?
Um, that yeah, I've been just becoming a better songwriter over the years and understanding different song formats. You know what I'm saying? And different cadences, different tones. You know, yeah, that's what I learned over
Yeah,
the years.
I agree with that. I know how I feel about it, but I just wanted to know how you felt about it, man. You
That's what the whole
definitely,
Elu jump was about too, though. That was like you got to experiment sometimes and test the waters sometimes with certain things. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. That second thought, man, that's my favorite one.
Yeah,
What's a couple? I
yeah.
can't never really pick my favorite one, but that production on second thought.
ABS AB right there.
Yeah, AB. I mean, AB be killing them though, man. Shout out AB. AB the pro, AB the producer, man. Y'all better act like you know.
Yeah,
He's actually been one of your main producers. I mean, your whole career.
yeah,
How's he doing? And what if y'all know y'all gonna be cooking up something soon too?
yeah. We are working on something right now.
I knew
Working
it.
on like 2 projects right now, actually.
I knew it, man. AB and EXO always working, man. I love it.
Five. Yeah.
I mean, you're 1/3 of
Down the district,
the
yeah.
much loved and respected Diamond District, man. Shout out YU. Shout out to Odyssey, man.
Yeah.
I'm about to snag my little coat. Shout out to both of them, man. How has it been? You know, being a part of that crew, man. I know you met them on the U Street music scene as well,
Yeah.
which is another reason why I keep saying U Street music scene was so important, man. We gotta figure out how we can get these spaces back, man, so we can have places that nurture our creatives, man, because it's super important. But how was it working with them and still being with them? And do y'all plan on, releasing any new music anytime soon?
No new music right now, but we just cooling. You know what I mean? I talk to both of them all the time. And we just cooling, you know what I mean? But yeah, we told the world, told the country. It was fun
Yeah,
as hell. That run right there, you know what I'm saying? But uh, certain moments and times be like more appreciated when it's left alone, I guess. You know what I'm saying? And that's why it's like the collaborations be so rare. So that the music that is out, it can be appreciated, I guess, the way it should be. You know what I'm saying? I don't
that's
know.
true though. It's a lot of people putting a lot of good music out, and a lot of people are not appreciating it. They still listening to the same old. Like people be screaming hip hop is dead, but y'all listening to Migos and Gucci Mane and all these. Of course, you're gonna think hip hop is dead when you not tapping into the true musicians who was keeping that spirit alive. You know what I mean? You got to
Yeah,
really tap in.
yeah, yeah. Definitely. That's what it's about. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Tapping
For
in
sure.
and being a connoisseur. Sometimes you got to consume before you know what you like. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And you also have a connection to Wale, man. I'm. Have you guys ever recorded any music together?
Yeah, we got a song. You probably go on YouTube and look that joint up. It's called "Ride." Riding the remix. Why you produced that joint from Diamond District. And yeah, we recorded that record like in 2008.
Has it what has been y'all connection since '08? And do you think you guys will ever maybe, because I mean, to be real with you, I would love for somebody like you, Wale, and maybe like a Raheem Devon, like get together and start. I mean, I just want y'all to get together and start a label, start something where we could really, no pressure, of course. Everything in its time. We gotta let the energy flow and let the universe choose and decide for us. But I just think that it'd be so beautiful for somebody like the people who actually help to build up the U Street music scene to start something, man. It could be called U Street music. I don't know what it could be called, but that joint would be dope for y'all to have something together and that y'all could use to help build the artists coming up in DC. Because I feel like we don't really have that, man. Like somebody like you, brother, you should have been, you know, you should right now. And I don't like to look at somebody bank account. I don't even know your bank account, of course. You might already have $1 million. I don't know. But I know if you're not a millionaire right now, we doing something wrong in the city. DC is doing something majorly wrong if Uptown XO has not crossed that million dollar mark yet. And this is the problem with our city, man. And I ain't gonna ask you, but if you haven't, I need to see that within the next year or two, man. I need everybody to go buy all the culture over corporate gear. I need you to put all his music on repeat, go to YouTube, whatever way you're gonna do it. We gotta get his pockets filled because this brother is gonna take that money and do the right thing with it.
Yeah, it ain't gonna do nothing but go back to the community. You know what I'm saying? Spending it with other people that's entrepreneur as myself. You know, so that's that mentality. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we make the bubble bigger. You know what I'm saying? That we inflate the bubble when we spend our dollar outside of the bubble. You know what I'm saying? We deflate it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When we spend our money inside of the bubble, we inflate it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what we got to keep doing. That's the cultural corporate mentality.
And you give us sounds and feels that are mainstream sounds and feels. Like your music embodies mainstream. Like you are star power. You embody star power. So there's no reason why
you need to start acting though. When I start acting, you know what I'm saying?
When you start acting
and doing the music, it's gonna pop off on some Tupac shit. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta start getting some roles. You know what I'm saying? Some auditions and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, I can't wait for that, man. You multifaceted Renaissance man for sure. I mean, you even play instruments, bro. You play piano, trumpet. I used to play the trumpet too, man. That's something we got in common.
Yeah. I'm not fluent. I'm not an expert. You know what I'm saying? But I played in the band. I tried. I ain't stick with it though. You know what I'm saying? I ain't stick with it. But them Congos, I can definitely smack them drinks.
The Congos.
That's my favorite. That's your favorite. Yeah.
I right like now. That.
Yeah.
Now I can't do the Congos, but you know. What does success look like to you? What would need to happen to have you feel that you have arrived?
Wow. I mean, I already just like felt that way for real. Back 10 years ago when I was real lit, I had the Studio 43 situation with Kenny Burns going on, and I had the Diamond District situation going on just like at the same time. So I was lit here in every party, Odyssey and YU Diamond District. I'm doing shows with Nipsey, Kendrick Lamar. We went up Rock Nation. We went down Miami with Universal, Warner Brothers, and you know all these people, our offices, Steve Rifkin office. You know what I'm saying? And doing the things like we was on. You know what I'm saying? Like that was that monumental 1110 era. Monumental 2. You know what I'm saying?
Monumental 2, yeah.
Yeah. So that was like around that time. It's like I really felt that. You know what I'm saying? And ever since then, it's like I've been trying to stay afloat with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And stay and maintain a rise. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Incline. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you definitely haven't declined, for sure.
You know because then I switched it up with the Elu after, like no, I did the Color Gray. You know what I'm saying? After Monumental 2. We did the color gray and then Color Gray, and then I did the Elu. Then we did March on Washington, the second Diamond District album.
That was epic.
But me and AB working on some new stuff right now too.
Yeah, man. AB been in this game for a minute too, man. I'm just going. AB, he had the dreads and all that, but it's been. If you really think about how long it's been a minute.
Yeah.
It's been a minute, man. Feels good to still be here, man. It feels good to still see you here thriving, man. Still in the game, and I mean, you're just getting better and better every single release, man.
Thank you, man. Trying, definitely.
Has COVID-19 changed anything, man? What have you learned about yourself during this time that you weren't expecting to learn?
Really nothing new, to be honest. I just exercised what I already knew. That was lying dormant because things was already in a certain motion. But then it's like things had to come to a halt, so now I had to go back to what was dormant, you know what I'm saying? So it's really like I had to refine myself through being put in that situation. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no shows right now, you know what I'm saying? The way I'm trying to present my music and the events I'm trying to have, all that's obsolete right now. So what am I going to do? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I was selling C-malls, man, and, you know, still promoting the music, selling hats and shirts and merch, and just keeping it moving. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
That's the side a lot of us as consumers, you know, of course I think of it because I think of, you know, I be thinking of all that, but a lot of people don't stop to think about the position a lot of our musicians are in right now. And the fact that we need to purchase their merch. We need to buy their merch, and we need to in whatever way, shape, or form we can consume the music. We need to do that as well, but we need to do it even more than we were doing it before, because right now musicians aren't able to make money off their shows. We have to, and it's hard for them to figure out how to supplement that income. You know, it ain't but so many ways you could supplement that type of income. So yeah, I implore everybody who listening, man, and not only the people who listening, man, tell the people you know to do it too, man. Start consuming some of this merch, man. Culture over corporate.
Culture over corporate, you know what I'm saying?
I love it. Culture over corporate, man. We got to get there.
Because, you know, Tommy Hilfiger and Versace and all them, even Gucci, got Gucci glasses on. They ain't really going to come back to the hood and really do nothing for the hood. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So, you know, I'm waiting for somebody that I know that's black so I can wear their glasses. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting for somebody that I know that's black so I can wear their sneakers. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, and we gotta be careful too, because some of these don't be saying they black owned and they not.
That's what I'm saying. So there's just so much shit out here, you know.
Yeah.
You know,
but we know culture over corporate is 100% black owned, so we gotta go ahead and tap all the way in there.
No doubt.
Now, I mentioned earlier that your grandfather managed the Senators, man, one of the first go-go bands in D.C. What did you learn from your grandfather about the music business, or about life, period, man?
Well, he never talked to me about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, when he was around, he was just around. He's an entrepreneur. He really sells sweet potato pie. So the Florida Avenue Grill, what was that, Joe Wilson's, yeah, what was that, Joe? Rita's. That used to be on Georgia Avenue. His desserts and pies in there. And he going southeast. At the little breakfast spot on Martin Luther King Avenue. His desserts, pies, and that drink. You know what I'm saying? So he sell pies, sweet potato pies. He's an entrepreneur. He was a DJ, you know what I'm saying? He was a comedian, magician. He was a camera driver. He was a hustler, you know what I'm saying? For real.
Wow.
So managing the Young Senators band was one of the many things he did, you know what I'm saying? So when I was around him, it was just about pies, you know what I'm saying? And
really?
the dessert cakes that he had, yeah.
You know so you got to see him move as far as a businessman.
Yeah, I was bagging up, boxing up pies for him. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying?
So I know you had to pick up on some of that. So do you think that's where some of your business sense comes from? Your entrepreneurship,
yeah.
You know?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
He led by example. That's so important. Sometimes it ain't about, matter of fact, more than not, it's about your actions, man. You know, you could tell
Yeah,
kids all day long what they should do. You should go out here and work hard, or you should go out here and start your own business, or whatever it is. But when you actually are doing it and they're watching you do it and they're helping you do it, then you know it's like they're
right. That's
being
different.
bred to be that.
Exactly. Exactly.
And I can see
So
that in
you
you
know,
too.
I just soaked all that up, man. You know, I'm gonna be the example for the next generation. The youngest I have been an example actually for the next generation, and you know, like through Pure Lounge, put other
Yeah.
people in position to be able to do what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Or what, you know, even take it further. Like Fat Trail used to come to the open mic. Phil Out Day used to come to the open mic. You know what I'm
Yeah. Shout out to our
saying?
day, man. Shout out to Phil
Yeah.
Our Day, man. Free Fat Trail, man. Free Debo
Free
too, man,
Fat
for
Trail.
real. Free
Free
Debo, free
Debo.
Fat Trail,
Free
all
Fat
up,
Trail.
man.
Exactly.
Let my
I was
man free.
promoting with Debo, doing parties with Debo. Debo was with Mad Power Unit. That was the party crew
Oh, you used to
that
promote with Debo?
yeah, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And that's how, you know, that nightlife, you know what I'm saying? Like being in the club every night, you know, like really living that life. Yeah, like back in the day before social media, you had to be out there. So it was live, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was live back in the day, for sure.
It's not like you can get satisfied with like, why I'm already seeing what was going on down there. I ain't really miss out on that. You know what I'm saying? Like your curiosity can be like tainted a little bit by social media because it's like, boom, if you want to go out, you can check out how the event going before you get there. You know what I'm saying?
True.
That may mess up your perception of what you want to do for the rest of the night. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, it ain't even looking like nothing. I ain't gonna go. You know what I'm saying?
And it's kind of, you know, it can kind of screw things up too, because at that moment things aren't lit. Sometimes things get lit
Yeah.
30 minutes later, and now you done you done took the clothes off, you staying home, and you could have been at the joint
Right.
when it got lit. So
Right.
it does disrupt a lot of things, man. Social media, it's pros and cons to
Yeah.
everything though. Back in the
Without
day,
it there, without it there, people would have had to go to see. They ain't had to. You can't just get on your phone and look. And
right?
some people would have showed up out of curiosity. They would have showed up. So that's how
Yeah.
social media just like I guess tainted the game a little bit. You know what I'm
Yeah, that was
saying?
definitely a con, man. The only pro I see to that is the fact that back in the day, man, y'all, I remember the promoters used to be out that joint with thousands of flyers, dog. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
and now,
That's
you know, we
the thing.
simplify that with the social media simplifies you having to go out there and hit up all these different spots with the flyers. But I mean, now I'm looking back, you probably would rather it be that way again.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's the
Yeah,
way to promote for real. You got to be out there for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
people's face, and then promoting the social media. I guess that way, once you get the physical presence, you know what I'm saying? Once you get that one-on-one,
yeah. That's real talk.
it's better like that. That's how I got so popular in the city. I was already throwing parties. I'm everywhere. I'm in the club. I'm in different clubs. I may be in 4 clubs. In one night, and then a
Damn,
couple nights out of the
remember the
week. You know what I'm
club
saying?
hop? Yeah, that used to
Because
be the
we got a
shit.
couple parties we thrown. We got a couple parties we thrown, and then we promoting that other parties that's lit too, though. You know what I'm saying? We already know them promoters over there, so we just exchanging people. You know what I'm
Real
saying?
talk. Yeah.
They people's at our party promoting they. You know what I'm saying? They event on another day, and it ain't really colliding or bumping heads either, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I may say K Street Sunday. He was at K Street Lounge on Sundays. That was one of the lit spots.
K Street
K
Lounge
Street
used to be
Lounge on
lit,
Sundays.
man.
You know what I'm saying?
There's
So
so many clubs.
Lotus used to be on Tuesdays. Lotus Tuesdays. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Fridays was what Club Love. You know what I'm saying? You know, back in them
Yeah,
days.
it used to be lit, man. I miss them club hopping days, man. It's like sometimes even I forget about that, man. How much fun it was, man. It's just a shame to know that our kids possibly might not experience that type of, might not have that type of experience growing up in DC, man. I wish we could figure out a way to really.
I'm okay with that though, because it's like experiences be like fingerprints. You know what I'm saying? Like
I
me and
dig,
you can be in the same room and not experience being in the same room the same way. You know what I'm saying?
I dig that.
It's like
That's a way
very
to look at it for
experience.
sure.
Yeah.
Especially in the early days of hip hop music here in the DMV area, everything was go focused, So interestingly enough, man, the fact that not even a full not even a full generation later, we not only have DC based hip hop artists in the city, but we
Mm-hmm.
also have hip hop legends and masters MCs such as yourself, right?
Right.
Who are preserving our legacy, preserving your legacy, preserving DC's legacy. And I consider you for sure in that category. Now, how does it feel to be a major contributor to DC's hip hop and the culture as a whole?
Man, it felt good. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't even something that I came in the game thinking that I was going to do. Everything happened organically and naturally. And I just fell in the position with who I was meant to be, who God put
Hmm.
me in. You know what I'm saying? So it feels good.
And you've always stayed true to yourself too. That's one thing about you that I love, and I'm not gonna say too much about it, but I gotta say this, man. A lot of people come in this game and they just tell stories.
Yeah,
And when I say tell a story, I mean tell a damn lie. Like they talk about other people's lives
yeah.
and they make it seem cool and they make money off of it. But you haven't fell into that BS bag yet, man. You've always stayed true to you, authentic, and everything is organic with you, man. How does it feel? Not how does it feel, but what keeps you there? Like what keeps you always grounded in your truth and your ideologies and your beliefs and just your talent?
Man, I guess like coming up, listening to Tupac and shit is like, and Jay-Z, just like one of the Jay-Z lines, you couldn't talk about it if you ain't live it. Boom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that line right there always resonated with me. You know what I'm saying? And I seen the same thing with Tupac as far as living out certain things that he was rapping about and speaking certain things into existence, which is why even though I've been in the streets, I'm from the streets, but I don't rap like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't be doing that type of rap like that to where as though I would promote it like that, you know what I'm saying, or dwell on that, you know what I'm saying? I got knowledge and a message, and I'm gonna stick with that theme, you know what I'm saying? And being a part of a corporate structure, which I like taint my message or my intention, you know what I'm saying, artistically. So that shit had never even worked. So I'm always be cultural over corporate, you know what I'm saying?
Now, have you ever been pressured at any point in time in your career to be something that you're not?
Yeah, and I would say it was that one of the records I got out with Raheem Devon. It's called Take Home. Like that record right there, like it was a dope record. It was a fun record, but it was like that's an example of boom, I gotta do this just because. You know what I'm saying? That's a just because record. That's why I'm saying like a just because record can be compromising. You know what I'm saying? Even though it was cool at the time, performing that record was offensive too though. In front of certain crowd because how I was saying it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You know, but you know, that's that pressure from like the corporations to gotta have a hit record. You gotta have a hit record and
Yeah.
record. You gotta talk about sex and fucking. You know what I'm saying? So falling into that bag of creativity. You know what I'm saying? You ain't really gotta do that. You know what I'm saying? But
You definitely don't. You've proven that
at
to
least
us
let it be
time and
happen.
time again.
Yeah, at least let it be natural. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but even on the Elu album, I got back to that my own way though. You know what I'm saying? It was just like more natural and organic with the Elu sound. You know what I'm saying? But that was one of the first with that record with Ryan Devon Take Home. That was like, yeah, it was like a little compromising. You know what I'm saying?
Man, shout out Elu again, man. I love Elu. I love Culture Over Corporate. I love those two brands. And I think it was genius for you to come up with those brands. I love what they represent. Now Elu, everybody ain't like you, everybody ain't like us. Tell us a little bit about where you were, mentally and spiritually when you came up with that.
Well, AB came up with that. Aleem Bilal came up with that.
Okay, shout out AB one more time.
And me knowing how to promote, knowing how to brand, you know what I'm saying? We ain't got this house on the south side.
Elu house. I remember Elu house.
House of Elu, right?
Yeah, house of Elu, but
and we was trying to work on my album, like a Monumental 3. You know what I'm saying? But we was like, I was like, you know what? Because he had a project that came out. It was called Reinvention. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you know what, bro? We're gonna be a group. Matter of fact, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna take Elu. Elu gonna be the name of the group. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't like us. Everybody ain't like you. And that's gonna be like the name of the movement. You know what I'm saying? Almost on some like some DC version of Outkast type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's what you was thinking.
Yeah, that's why the album is the Aquemini cover, like Outkast. It was me and AB on the joint. That was like we took that from the Aquemini cover.
Yeah, now that you mention that, yeah, I see that now.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Wow. So then me and him was on some DC Outkast. That's why it sound like that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's supposed to be like that. You know what I'm saying? The Outkast, that funk, that type of shit in it.
Funky.
Rap, singing, and all that. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yeah, we're gonna be a group. And he came up with that name. You know what I'm saying? But I just bought the promotion and the branding aspect to it, and we partnered up with it and made the group, made the album, and made the movement, made the House of Elu. I was like, we can call it the House of Elu. We had Elu Eats. Everything was Elu. You know what I'm saying? We had the stickers, and we had Pinky Killer Corn on the album.
Man, shout out Pinky Killer Corn. Y'all need to listen to that new Positive Vibes, man. That's on the banger. I had to say that real quick, man. Shout out to that Positive Vibes by Pinky Killer Corn. Y'all make sure y'all tap into that.
Yeah, Pinky was around V-Sto with the Hippie Life crew, and like everybody was coming to the house. That was nice, you know what I'm saying? And we was creating a vibe and we was recording, you know what I'm saying? Songs, man. So them days was priceless right there. You know
I love it. I want y'all to get back to that. If it's in y'all hearts and minds to do it, do it. But I would like to see that happen again, man.
Yeah, we got some stuff going up.
Everything under one umbrella, man.
No doubt. We got that project came out too. One umbrella, yeah.
One umbrella, yep. Now, are there any other genres of music that you appreciate? Are there any other genres that you'd like to sample or include in your future recordings?
Probably like jazz. More jazz.
Yeah, I love jazz too, man.
But I've been really on like soul. Like I've been really fucking with D'Angelo lately. You know what I'm saying?
He's one of my favorite artists too.
That whole funk vibe. You know what I'm saying? That Boosie Collins, Roger and Zapp shit. That West Coast sound.
Man, Roger and Zapp, bro. If you mix that sound in, man, it's gonna be super dope.
Yeah.
Now,
while you did that.
Yeah, and AB, I know he could do it. If anybody can do it, AB can do it.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Now, I did mention earlier that your parents were in. They not only did they graduate from Howard University, but they actually played in Howard University band. Did your mother actually? Does your mother still play? I heard. I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard your mother actually plays in the Redskin band. Does she still do that?
She does, yeah.
Bro, that's the coolest thing ever, man. Like, and you know, the tightest part about the Washington Redskins band is that it's like, to me, it's the only NFL band of its kind, you know? So now that you have confirmed that fact for me, I'm wondering, how do you feel about the team's name change?
You know what's the name? What's the new name? The Wolves or something? The Red Wolves?
They ain't change it officially. I think it's just the Washington football team. That's the name of it right now because they don't have a name. This white guy out of Virginia. In case you don't know this, I'm gonna fill you in. This white man in Virginia. Well, it doesn't matter if he's white or not. This man in Virginia bought up all the potential. He trademarked all the potential names to the Redskins, so that the Redskins would have to come to him to get the legal rights to it.
Mm-hmm.
And Daniel Snyder, at first he was going to give Daniel Snyder the name for free, but Daniel Snyder had like a disrespectful exchange with him, and he said some words he ain't likes, and he told the nigga he had to pay for it. He said, "Yeah, I'm gonna make you pay now." So I'm thinking that's the reason why they haven't chosen a name, because the Bama literally bought up all the trademarks. But how do you feel about the name change and the importance of it?
I think they shouldn't change the name. I think they should change the logo to somebody white, and because the white people get red, so they changed the logo. They changed the logo and leave the name the same. It may feel different. It may not offend the people who is offending, because look at the logo. We're not even talking about y'all. We're talking about the people who actually get red.
Hey,
White
look,
people.
but then we might be paying homage to the $5 Indians, and you know we can't do nothing like that, man. You can't pay no respects to them $5 Indians, them imposters that took the place of our ancestors on the Dawes Road, man. But I see where you going with that, though. That would be kind of tight, and to see people's reaction too. Like, how would white people feel if if their head was up here with the Redskin name?
Right. You know what I'm saying? They are the original red people.
True talk, man. I love the way you thought about that, man. Now, what's up next for you, brother, man? Was it tell us a little bit about what you have coming up next. I know we talked about culture over corporate too, but expound on that, and also tell us anything else you have coming up.
Culture over corporate 2 dropping with Cat Brown September 9th. We got some videos, some visuals coming out pretty soon with that. And we got the vinyl Culture over corporate.
Oh, I gotta get that.
We got the vinyl coming out, so that's gonna be out sometime in October. And we got some more projects dropping. And then we're gonna ride out the rest of the year and drop some more projects at the top of 2021. Yep.
That's dope, man. That's dope. Good to hear that for sure.
Just keeping the culture over corporate theme going into the top.
Yeah, we're gonna keep this culture over corporate thing going forever, man.
No doubt.
Yeah, everybody should be thankful and grateful that we have a brother among us like Uptown XO, man, because that culture over corporate mentality is needed, and we gotta fuel that. So whatever you can do to fuel that, man, let's fuel it.
I appreciate you, man. For real.
Ain't nothing, man. I appreciate you even more, brother. And before we get out of here, I wanna ask you the quick six. So I'm gonna ask you 6 quick questions, and just whatever comes to mind. The first thing that comes to mind, just go ahead and say it, right? Now,
Okay.
what historical figure do you most identify with?
Malcolm X.
I like that. What do you consider your greatest achievement?
Having my music take me around the world.
I dig that. If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
And end racism, I guess.
I like that. What's worth dying for?
My people.
Power to the people, baby. Now, if you could choose what to come back as, what would it be?
Myself.
Ooh, good answer, brother. I was hoping you was gonna say that. Uptown XO, you never let me down. You never disappoint, man. You never. That was a trick question, man. I was like, I hope he say himself. All right, now, if you were stranded on a deserted island, name 3 albums you could live with forever.
The D'Angelo jump, the Black Messiah jump, the my best of Bob Marley, and best of Michael Jackson.
My favorite. Never disappoint, brother. You never do. Man, give everybody your handles, brother. Tell them where they can find you at.
Yeah. Uptown XO _ Elu on Instagram. Uptown XO on Twitter. And yeah, man, follow me, cultureovercorporate.com for all the merch that has the shirts. Make sure y'all come support Culture Over Corporate on all platforms. Make sure y'all go get that, man. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, no doubt. Shout out to AB the Pro, man. Y'all make sure y'all check him out too and follow him, man.
Definitely.
Now we're going to end the show the way we end every show, on a positive note. Yeah. Brothers and sisters, choose your leaders with wisdom and forethought. To be led by a coward is to be controlled by all that the coward fears. To be led by a fool is to be led by the opportunists who control the fool. To be led by a thief is to offer up your precious treasures to be stolen. To be led by a liar is to ask to be told lies. To be led by a tyrant is to sell yourself and those you love into slavery. A quote by Olivia Butler from Parable of the Talents, #2. Stay tuned to True Culture on YouTube, SoundCloud, Instagram, and Twitter at HUEman Nature TV. That's HUEman Nature TV. Brothers and sisters, the revolution may not be televised, but it will be broadcasted. True Culture on Human Nature TV. Peace.
Peace.